question. Do you remember those affordable IEMs I mentioned in my recent Hangzhou video? Well, here are the Moondrop Quarks DSP IEMs. I bought these from Shenzhen Audio for a smooth $14.99. Links will be down in the description below. For the remainder of this video, I will be referring to these as the Quarks DSP. Now, when I say Quarks or Moondrop Quark, I'm talking about the ones that I reviewed back in October of 2021. So the Quarks DSP is an enclosed front cavity miniature in-ear headphone, the same as the original Quark. So you're getting the same non-detachable cable. You're getting the same small, medium, and large silicone tips. Hell, you're even getting the same packaging, same cardboard box and everything. Also, you're getting the same 6mm dynamic driver. Now, I will explain what is different, but first, tech specs. Now, what is different is the inline microphone with the controls for volume up and volume down and pause and play, and a USB Type-C connector with a built-in DSP chip, which is where they get the name from. Basically, DSP stands for Digital Signal Processing. In a nutshell, Moondrop decided to switch from analog to digital input to both decode and amplify. It's integrated within the chip. Now, moving on to the fit and design, they also have like a little wearing guide. Now, you can wear them like, traditional IEMs. Me personally, I found it best to wear them like I'm wearing IEMs. And since the cable has not a lot of memory, although it will loop up like this, since that's how I've been wearing them behind my ear, just like this. Now, when it comes to the DSP, the shells, the weight, the materials used, they are identical. They're even transparent like the Quarks. They're compact, they're lightweight. A new addition to these is the sound filter to reduce imbalances due to earwax, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. Boom, right there. So if you ever noticed if one side sounds weaker than the other, all you gotta do is get some alcohol, a Q-tip, clean all that gunk out, you're good to go. Now, I'll keep you updated about the filters because Moondrop is kind of hit or miss when it comes to quality control. I've had problems with the Moondrop True filters. I've had problems with the filters on the Aria Snow Edition. I talked about those in both of those videos, so hopefully I won't run into any issues with the Quarks DSP. Now, slide sleeping, it is iffy, but like I said, my best advice is to run the cable behind your ears. Now, lastly, the inline controls, they work as advertised, and the microphones, it sounds okay. I wouldn't exactly, start using these exclusively when you're on the phone, but I'll test those out. This will be my first time testing out a microphone on IEMs because I usually don't like using headphones with microphones because like I said, it's hit and miss. Now, how easy is it to drive the Quarks DSP? I'll show you here. Boom, that easy. Now, moving on to the sound quality. I've been really excited to talk about sound signature. I love the way these sound for the price. The Quarks DSP sounds accurate. It does a really great job at reproducing the sound. Now, first, the bass is very controlled. The bass is very dynamic, and when it hits, you feel it, especially the sub bass. The mid bass has some bite to it too. The rumble is solid with the right amount of power. It's got excellent bass. I like the bass. Really good bass. Now, when it comes to the mid-range, the mids to my ears is very forward. If I close my eyes and imagine that the sound signature is like a small room with a stage in the front, the mids would be front and center. It seems like on most vocal-centric songs, I'm being drawn to the mids. I was listening to this artist that's from Detroit. His name is Jameson, for testing, and listening to his voice, it sounded very rich and full. This is an album that I've listened to for years, so I know every track. I know which instruments are going to start playing at what time and for how long, and I was just surprised. It's like it brought new life to the music. So there's plenty of life in the mid-range, especially when it comes to male vocals. They have a very melodic presentation that I really enjoy. Now, lastly, the treble. It sounds airy and light, which is with good extension, which is what you want your treble to sound like. I don't like shrill treble, and that's pretty much the best thing about the Quark. When it comes to the mid-range and the treble, it ain't no slouch. Now the bass, it's there, it's present, but I wouldn't say that these are a bass head IEM. Although I think I should have watched my video for the Quarks before I started talking about this, the sound quality. I'm going to say that the Quark, for the most part, the original ones from 2021, they were very bass forward. But when it comes to the treble on the DSP, it's not flat, it's not teeny sounding treble. And with that being said, I got to get an overall sound quality. And that's including the presentation, the separation between the instrument and the soundstage, a 5 out of 5. These surprised me. I was not thinking that, okay, Moondrop is going to just rebrand the same IEMs that they've been coming out with, and they're going to sound the same. Nope, not this time. So now I'm going to attempt to do a mic test in a quiet and loud environment using the inline controls on these. Let's see how that works out. First ever mic test on some IEMs. Moondrop Quarks DSP, quiet room. Little to no noise. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Now the Moondrop Quarks DSP with background noise to simulate you being on a phone call when you're out in public with a whole bunch of people around. As always, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the quality of the microphone on the cable. As always, enjoy your sound, enjoy your life. I'll see you in the next video.